The objective today is to structure and style web pages using HTML and CSS. So this objective may seem really broad, but it's the end of the unit, so that's pretty much what we spent the entire unit doing, is structuring and styling web pages. So what we've really focused on doing this unit is creating a website called WebEd, and the purpose of that is to teach HTML and CSS techniques to people who may not know much about this at all, students coming into the class late in the semester, or just as a nice refresher for yourselves on how HTML and CSS works, especially how they work together. Before, in Unit 1, you had created a hardware website that was teaching the importance of each component. As we move forward, that's what the next unit will be, another educational website that you're creating describing the importance of hardware and how that works. So what we've not started, wiring computers together, so we'll do a little bit of that in Unit 4. In progress, we are making pretty websites, so aesthetically appealing websites. And completed now is your knowledge of CSS and HTML, at least an introductory knowledge. So this right here should be done already, and this is in your index.html file in your repository called WebEd. So your resources to add bulk to this page that you created could be Solo Learn, Unit 1 discussions, your own creativity, even Codecademy is a great source of information. So if you wanted to bulk up the website for your own sake, as you post the link to it at the end here, that'd be great. So those are a lot of resources right there. And before I begin explaining each element of the rubric here to you, I really want to encourage you to think in terms of this is a 20-point assignment, so you have about 4 to 5 sentences you want to write in each one of these sync write shares. That way you really flesh out the details of each element in the rubric, and by doing so this should help you guide you in the creation of that WebEd website. So number 1, constructs a detailed and logical plan which describes the efficient use of time and resources, sufficient for peers to be able to follow to create the solution. So your think right share on this one is what technical skills, that is, what type of CSS stylings did you choose to use on WebEd, and why did you choose these? Second one here is demonstrates excellent technical skills when making the solution. So what tabs did you create, and why did you create these to help students understand HTML and CSS? This is your wireframe from the lesson right before this one. So did you follow the plan to create this solution, the WebEd solution? Does your plan function as intended and is presented appropriately? So in other words, did your plan function as you wanted, meaning helped people understand CSS and HTML better? Essentially all you have to write right here is, did you follow your wireframe drawing, and if not, why? And here's our last one. Fully justifies changes made to the chosen design and plan when making the solution. So when you created your WebEd site, what changes or additions did you make and why? And that is it. The lesson itself is very short. All you have to do is click submit there after answering those reflective questions. Be sure to add your link at the bottom so everyone can click on each other's WebEd website and check out the variety in there. Some pieces of advice: try to have a total of 20 sentences. In the first 2 projects, a lot of students are just getting low scores because they're not adding enough details. Remember, this is the end of the unit project. You have a lot of details, vocabulary, words that you learned from this unit. You can use these fancy vocab words in your answers, and that will easily boost your score as well. So with that, and with any time left over, just make your website as large as possible. Use these resources, and that's it.